Hello dear students, in this session I will solve one more problem on the same transforming the given partial differential equation into its canonical form. After that we will move to the next topic. Okay, so this is the given partial differential equation which is in second order. So I have to convert this to canonical form. So before that, what is our first step? We have to identify A, B, C values. From that we have to find out the nature of the given partial differential equation, isn't it? So now if I compare this given partial differential equation to your general second order partial differential equation, I can find out the value of A, B, C and all, right? So I am writing the general partial differential equation. Here the value of A is x square, the value of B is minus 2xy and C is y square. So we know that B square minus 4AC is equal to B square means minus 2xy whole square minus 4 into value of A is x square, C is y square. So from this you will get 4x square y square minus 4x square y square is equal to 0. Therefore, nature is parabolic. Right? So what is our next step? We have to find out the discriminant. From that we have to consider the characteristic equation, and from that we should find out the value of xi of x comma y and eta of x comma y, right? So the characteristic equation is given by dy by dx is equal to b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. The value of b square minus 4ac is 0. So this whole term tends to 0. You will get b by 2a. Substitute the values. Dy by dx will be b means minus 2xy divided by 2 times of x square. 2 gets cancelled, x gets cancelled. You will get minus y by x. So now I have to integrate this. Before integrating, let's separate the variables. Okay. So after separating the variables, you will get dy by y is equal to minus dx by x. Now I will integrate this. On integrating this whole term, you will get log x is equal to, log y is equal to minus log x plus log c. So using the property of logarithm, we can write this whole thing as xy is equal to c. So since from the characteristic equation I can find out only one value. So what we have to do? I have to consider xi of x comma y as xy, and I have to write a function eta of x comma y such that if I take the Jacobian of these two, that means determinant of partial derivatives of xi and eta with respect to x and y should not be equal to 0. I have to choose the function like that, right? So here x and y we have. I can choose either x or y as my eta. Okay. I will choose eta of x comma y as x. So now let's check this condition. If this condition is true, we can move further, right? So j is equal to, what is differentiation of xi with respect to x? You will get it y. With respect to y, it is x. Eta with respect to x is 1. Eta with respect to y is 0. So the value will be x, which is not equal to 0. It is minus x. Right? So now I have xi and eta. Using this, I have to find out the unknowns. In order to find out uxx, uxy, uyy, first I should find out ux and uy. So we have a formula to find out all the unknowns. Xi of x comma y is xy and eta of x comma y is x. So to find out ux, the formula is u xi into xi x plus u eta into eta x. I will retain u xi as it is. Differentiation of xi with respect to x is y plus u eta into 1. So you will get y into u xi plus u eta. Similarly, find out uy. It is u xi into xi y plus u eta into eta y. So u xi into x plus u eta into 0. This is x u xi. So now I have to find out uxx. To find out uxx, we have a formula. I will just substitute the values here and I will simplify it. Okay. So u xi xi. Xi x is y, so y whole square plus 2u xi eta into xi x is y, eta x is 1 plus u eta eta. Eta x is 1, it is 1 square plus u xi. Differentiating xi x with respect to x again. So it was y, that is xi x is y. If I differentiate this with respect to x, I will get 0 plus u eta into eta x is 1, eta xx is 0. So you will get y square u xi xi plus 2y u xi eta plus u eta eta. This is what your uxx is. So now I have to find out uxy. U xi xi into xi x is y, xi y is x plus u xi eta into xi x is y, eta y is 0 plus xi y is x, eta x is 1 plus u eta eta into eta x is 1, eta y is 0 plus u xi into xi x is y, so xi xy is 1 plus u eta into eta x is 1, eta xy is 0. So you will get xy u xi xi plus x u xi eta plus u xi. This is your uxy, right? So now I have to find out uyy. Uyy is equal to u xi xi, xi y is x, so it is x whole square plus 2 u xi eta into xi y is x, eta y is 0, u eta eta, eta y is 0 plus u xi into xi yy. Xi y is x, xi y is 0 plus u eta into eta y is 0, so eta y is also 0. You will get x square into u xi xi. This is your uyy, right? Now I have to substitute all these values in the given equation and I have to convert your x terms to xi eta plane, xy terms to xi and eta, right? So let's substitute the values now. We have x square into uxx. Uxx is y square u xi xi plus 2y u xi eta plus u eta eta plus, sorry, it is minus 2xy into uxy. Uxy is xy u xi xi plus x u xi eta plus u xi plus y square into uyy, that is x square u xi xi is equal to e power x. Now we have to simplify this, right? So x square y square u xi xi plus 2x square y u xi eta plus x square u eta eta minus 2x square y square u xi xi minus 2x square y u xi eta minus 2xy u xi plus x square y square u xi is equal to e power x. So x square y square u xi, x square y square u xi is 2 times of. So this 2 times plus 2 times will get cancelled with this. So these three things gets cancelled. So you will get the solution as x square u eta eta, and here these two terms gets cancelled. So finally you will get x square u eta eta minus 2xy u xi is equal to e power x. So from the transformation we know that xi is equal to xy and eta is equal to y. Sorry, eta is equal to x. So this term transformed to x square means it is eta square u eta eta minus 2xy means xi u xi is equal to e power eta. So now the final solution is a canonical form of the given partial differential equation. So I hope the problems on this concept is very clear to you all. Now let's move to next topic. The next topic is solution of linear homogeneous and non-homogeneous with constant coefficients. So we will solve the equations which are of linear, either it will be homogeneous or non-homogeneous with constant coefficient. In order to explain this concept, first I will consider a general equation which consists of constant coefficients. Okay, so nth order PDE I will consider PDE a naught dou power n z by dou x power n plus a1 dou power n z by dou x power n minus 1 into dou y plus it will go on till an dou power n z by dou y power n is equal to f of x comma y. I will call this as equation number 1. Okay, this is general nth order partial differential equation with constant coefficients. It may be homogeneous or non-homogeneous. How we will define homogeneous or non-homogeneous? Based on the value of this f of x comma y in this particular general PDE, right? So now if I will rewrite this equation as a naught into d power n plus a1 into d power n minus 1 into d dash plus so on up to an into d dash power n into z is equal to f of x comma y. So we know that this all d's are normal differential operator, right? D is nothing but differential operator here. You can observe wherever you have d power n, nth derivative. See here, nth derivative is for with respect to x, and when it comes to y, I can write this as dou power n minus 1 by dou x power n minus 1 into dou z by dou y, right? We can split this in this form. This whole thing is nothing but d power n minus 1. We are operating differential operator, this d is, right? So we are operating d power n minus 1 to d dash. D dash is nothing but first order derivative, dou by dou y. Is that clear? So I can write this whole equation in this form. Now this equation is nothing but this whole term will be f of d comma d dash. That means this whole equation is nothing but this whole equation is a function of d and d dash, right? Into z is equal to f of x comma y. Call this as equation number 2 and this as equation number 3. Here d is nothing but dou z by dou x, okay, and d dash is nothing but dou z by dou x dash. Or in other terms, we can, if I connect with these things, I can say that d dash is nothing but dou z by dou y, and d is nothing but dou by dou x. Okay, so a naught, a1, so on up to an are all constants. Why? Because we are considering constant coefficients itself, so this must be constants. Now we can say equation 1 or equation 2 or equation 3 as linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Okay, so now if f of d comma d dash is homogeneous in both d and d dash, then that particular PDE is called as homogeneous PDE. Right? Similarly, if f of d comma d dash is not homogeneous in d and d dash, then we call that as non-homogeneous PDE. For that example, I can give it as dou square z by dou x square plus dou square z by dou y square is equal to 0. This is a homogeneous PDE, whereas dou square z by dou x square plus dou square z by dou y square plus dou z by dou x is equal to xy is your non-homogeneous PDE. Okay, I hope all these things are clear now. So the next thing is we have to find out the solution for the linear partial differential equation. It may be homogeneous or non-homogeneous. So now if the equation is homogeneous, it is very easy to solve the equation which is homogeneous, right? How you will write? You will just write a complementary function, right? You will just write the complementary function, and from that you will find out the roots. Sorry, first you will write the auxiliary equation, you will find out the roots. For that you will write the complementary function. So we are, as we know, there are three forms of writing the complementary functions of a PDE, right? So first I will consider the equation. Let us consider equation a naught d power n plus a1 d power n minus 1 d dash plus so on up to an d dash power n into z is equal to f of x comma y. I will call this as equation number 1. So for this I will consider a complementary function, okay, general complementary function, or you can say that general solution of this equation number 1. So what we will do, we will assume the RHS part as 0 to find out the complementary functions, right? So now the complementary function can be written as d dash plus so on up to an d dash power n into z. This is equal to 0. Call this as equation number 2. Now the next step is, in ODE you are directly writing the terms, that is the equation used to be like d square y by dx square plus dy by dx is equal to 0. If equation is in this form, you will directly write m square plus 1 is equal to 0. M is equal to, sorry, m square plus m is equal to 0. M into m plus 1 is equal to 0. You will find out two roots, right? But when it comes to PDE, it will be little different. Why? Because we are considering two variables. There the variable was only one variable. With respect to x we were differentiating. Here we will be having both x and y, or it may be x, y, z, like that. So for that what we will do is, so first we will consider